Ladies and gentlemen, many of us still remember how Shaq and Charles Barkley said a lot of disparaging things about Kyrie Irving. And it was Charles Barkley that even suggested that he gets suspended. And the very next day, Kyrie Irving was suspended. Well, since all of that happened, these two have faced a lot of backlash, especially on social media. And I just find it interesting about how they sound now. Y'all, they don't sound the same as they were before, getting up on the soapbox and all. They sound like they're kind of backing off now. So I want you to listen to this audio of Shaq and Charles Barkley talking about Kyrie Irving now.
You heard Jared's report. Would you, if you were a teammate of Kyrie Irving, also be wondering at this point what is going on? Why isn't he playing?
Yeah, you should, because this team was brought on paper wise, put some of the three of the biggest name players in the league. We need to win now. We need to win now. And, Kenny and Charles, they played on a couple of great teams. But, that starts from day one. You got to be together from day one. No outside interferences, none of this, none of that. You have to be focused. You have to be there. You have to go through trials and tribulations with each other to have that chance to win. And the uncertainty of
I want to say something, Ernie.
Not going to be there. It's going to be difficult for them to get back on track.
Jared's thing made me wonder some things too. When he said the players are surprised that Kyrie's not back, like the Nets need to come out and say, is he back or is he not back? Or like who is it now?
Or make it clear to
Make it
the
clear.
people on the team. This is what's going on.
Is he still suspended? Because he said a couple players said.
Yeah. That's the most surprising thing, that the guys in the locker room have no idea when guys come back.
So I think Sean Marks need to come out and say no, he's still suspended, or let him come back and play, because that was the concern. When your players are saying, "Oh, we're surprised Kyrie is not back yet," that's a team.
Okay, now you heard what they said. And to be honest with you, no matter how much the, these commentators like Charles Barkley and Shaq and even the owners and the people that run Brooklyn Nets, they pay attention to what we're saying. Because, see, if you anger the public too much, that public can turn on you. This is the same public that buy the tickets and buy the sport gear and buy the sneakers and really keep the NBA alive. It's the public that do that. So when you have a small group of people that's deciding for everything, that's when you'll always run into a problem. And you can say, okay, well, we got freedom of speech. Well, apparently, Kyrie didn't have freedom of speech, or otherwise, he should not have been suspended for posting a link. Obviously, we're talking when you're criticized, Shaq and Charles, it's freedom of speech, and everybody should be able to give their opinion, but you did not extend that same thing to Kyrie Irving. He is suspended because apparently freedom of speech did not apply to him. And let me tell you something, it is approaching game 8 and he's still not back, and the organization is still not saying anything. So I guess they think these 6 conditions still must be met, and it's overkill. And you don't require no one else to do that. And I can see, y'all, another thing we need to keep our eye on. They're on this big thing about going after black men. Now it's Dave Chappelle. It's a consistency of going after black men. And okay, so people of these other groups, they don't say disparaging things about you. They're not saying nothing. You would have to be a fool to believe it. So we're seeing that. And believe me, we're observing what's going on. It has a lot of racist overtones, and we are seeing it. So, y'all, you're going to have to tell me what you think. It sounds almost like a change of heart, doesn't it? First, he should be suspended. Now they need to tell us when he's coming back. He needs to get back to playing. You know, if Charles and Shaq would have paid attention, that's what people were saying well over a week ago. Okay? And you're just getting here now? Wow. But y'all, at the end of the day, they better watch how they treat this public. And trust me, y'all, they're paying attention because they have to. Even if they don't like what we're saying, they still have to pay attention because in their minds, well, if you think this, how many more people think this? Plenty. Plenty. So you may think we can do whatever we want. Yeah, you could. And the things you want to do can have a serious backlash attached to it. It can cost you, just like it's costing Adidas. Just remember that. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.